for the race. Let's get started. It was 5 o'clock, and Alan was riding his motorcycle in San Francisco. When was Alan riding his motorcycle?
It's 5 o'clock. It's 5 o'clock.
Well,
Alan riding
at 5 o'clock,
motorcycle
right?
in San Francisco.
At 5 o'clock, Alan was riding his motorcycle. Was Alan riding his car?
No.
Or was Alan
Alan's
riding his motorcycle? Well, of course, Alan was riding his motorcycle. Where was Alan riding his motorcycle?
It's San Francisco.
In San Francisco.
Motorcycle in San Francisco.
Alan was riding his motorcycle in San Francisco. When was he riding? At 5 o'clock. At 5 o'clock,
and
Alan was riding his
motorcycle.
motorcycle in San Francisco. He was riding down Van Ness Street and came to a stoplight. Who was riding down Van Ness Street?
Alan is driving down Van Ness
Alan
Street.
was riding down Van Ness Street. What was he riding on? Well, on a motorcycle. He was riding on his motorcycle. Was he riding down Market Street?
No, not Market Street.
No,
Alan is riding
not
down
Market
Van Ness
Street.
Street.
He wasn't riding down Market Street. Was he riding down Lombard Street?
No, not Lombard Street.
No,
Driving
he
down
wasn't
Van Ness Street.
riding down Lombard Street. He was riding down Van Ness Street. When? When was he riding down Van Ness Street?
At 5 o'clock.
At 5 o'clock. At 5 o'clock,
He driving down Van Ness
he was
Street.
riding down Van Ness Street. Who was riding down Van Ness Street at
Alan.
5 o'clock?
Alan's is driving
Alan.
down Van Ness Street.
Alan was riding down Van Ness Street at 5 o'clock. Was he in a truck? No, he wasn't in a truck. He was on his motorcycle. And he came to a stoplight.
Oh,
Did Alan come to a go light? No. He didn't come to a go light. He came to a stop light. We never say go light. We only say stop light. Who came to a stoplight? Alan, of course.
come to stoplight.
Alan came to
To
a
stoplight.
stoplight. What was he on when he came to a stoplight? A motorcycle. He was on a motorcycle when he came to a stoplight. Where was the stoplight? Well, on Van Ness Street.
on Van Ness
The
Street.
stoplight was on Van Ness Street. Was the stoplight on Embarcadero Street? Or was the stoplight on Van Ness Street? Van Ness, of course, Van Ness. The stoplight was on Van Ness Street. Who was at the stoplight?
Alan
Alan was
to
at the
stoplight.
stoplight. Which city was Alan In San Francisco, of course. Alan was in San Francisco. Where is Van Ness? Well, Van Ness Street is in San Francisco. Of course, Van Ness Street is in San Francisco. Is Van Ness Street in New York? Or is Van Ness Street in San Francisco?
No.
Well, of course, Van Ness Street is in San Francisco. Where was Alan riding? Oh, he was riding on Van Ness Street in San Francisco. And he came to a stoplight. A red Ferrari pulled up next to him. Did the red Ferrari pull up behind him?
No.
No, not behind him. The red Ferrari pulled up next to him. What pulled up next to Alan?
No.
A red Ferrari. A red Ferrari pulled up next to Alan. Did Alan pull up next to a red Ferrari? No. Alan didn't pull up next to a red Ferrari. A red Ferrari